Kasi this is supposed to be the briefing on what, based on the speech of the President. Ang present ni Secretary, yung budget niya, parang budget hearing to. Hindi man to budget hearing eh. Lahat naman lahat ng departments o agencies made a hit na bawasan ng budget. Ang naging presentation niya is budget presentation eh. We didn't even hear kung what happened during the last bagyo. And we know for a fact, alam na naman natin kung ano yung matiyatamaan ng baha eh. But this is quite unusual. Ilang bagyo na tayo na malalakas, alam na natin, Marikina tatamaan, sa Quezon City tatamaan, Caloocan tatamaan. Yun ang gusto natin madinig. Ano naging course of action natin? Hindi budget presentation. This is not Committee on Appropriations. Tama po ba? This is just the briefing of yung what transpired.
Budget. That is for routine and periodic maintenance.
Okay, Congressperson Tay, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, while the report made by the good secretary is appreciated, I believe that information we can get by just reading the GAA. We call this hearing to get into the bottom of the problem. Ang kailangan natin siguro malaman, as mentioned by Congressman Erice, magkano yung total insertion, kanino napunta yung total insertion, natapos ba at kung may delay, bakit nagka-delay? With regards to the problem with the maintenance allocation, I think ang usapin na ito is with regards to flood control. Tsaka na natin balikan yung kakulangan sa maintenance appropriation dahil pinatawag natin yung briefing for flood control precisely.
Thank you very much. We noted, Congressman Suntay. Thank you. Secretary Baran, you can proceed, please.
Well, I think I'll just skip the other.
No, we would want the nation to be able to understand how the Public Works Department actually work. So even previous to actually talking about congressional insertions, we have to be able to understand the project cycle, why flood control systems are important. Is it only about flood control systems, or is it also about responding to the environment? There are many questions. Forgive my step-by-step, no, on the matter, but it is very technical, and I think the public deserves to be able to understand that it is not as easy to understand all of these things.
Chair.
Ito pong briefing na ito, nakikinig yung mga kababayan natin. Ang tinatanong yung baha, bakit nangyari ito, especially in the National Capital Region, we're supposed to be sophisticated in terms of flood control. So dapat siguro, unahin nating masagot yun. Kasi po, tinatanong ko, yung Department of Public Works po ba, alam niyo ba talaga kung ano yung primary reason bakit may pagbaha? Is it climate change? Is it the Dolomite Beach? Is it wrong planning of flood? Ano po ba yung major reason bakit ganito kataas yung baha sa isang major megapolis ng kasi yan yung number one na problema, kaya nagalit yung presidente na nakita niya ang dami nahirapan pati ang negosyo natin na naabala dahil dito sa pagbaha nito sa Metro Manila. Ano po ba, Secretary, ano yung dahilan bakit ganito kalala yung pagbaha dito sa Metro Manila? Yan yung muna nating dapat masagot.
I think darating naman tayo doon. Patapusin lang po natin yung formal presentation po ng DPWH.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair. Pero, masan ako? 410 billion pesos, new items. 410 billion pesos worth of projects, but excluding the 26 billion pesos that were vetoed by the President.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Congressman Pumarin.
If I may ask, what will be the process in asking question? Do we need to list our names, or it will be in an open forum?
I think you have to list the names. So COMSEC is directed to...
Yeah, para na rin follow up with the inquiry of Congressman Edgar, no? Kasi this is supposed to be the briefing on what, based on the speech of the President. Ang present ni Secretary, yung budget niya, parang budget hearing to. Hindi man to budget hearing eh. Lahat naman lahat ng departments o agencies made a hit na bawasan ng budget. Ang naging presentation niya is budget presentation eh. We didn't even hear kung what happened during the last bagyo. And we know for a fact, alam na naman natin kung ano yung mga tinatamaan ng baha eh. But this is quite unusual. Ilang bagyo na tayo na malalakas, alam na natin, Marikina tatamaan, sa Quezon City tatamaan, Caloocan tatamaan. Yun ang gusto natin madinig. Ano naging course of action natin? Hindi budget presentation. This is not Committee on Appropriations. Tama po ba? This is just the briefing of yung what transpired.
Yes, correct. We are still waiting actually. I mean, I think we have to give deference po to the Secretary, of course, no? But for the record, of course, we are still waiting for the part on flood control reporting, please. Please proceed po.
Mr. Chair, we are for the flood control program, in accordance with the directive of the President in his Sonai speech, we will soon be submitting actually the list of projects, which will involve 9,856 completed projects from July of 2022 to May of 2025. Completed projects 9,856. This is going to be the first list that we are going to submit to the President with the information of where these projects are by region, geographical district engineering office, legislative district, project name, type of work, coordinates which involve longitude and latitude, the contractor, approved budget for the contract, cost of the contract, funding year, implementing office, start date and completion date. So these are the informations that will go with the list that we will be submitting to the President within the week, Your Honor.
So Mr. Secretary, can the House po also receive this particular list also?
Well,
As soon as after, of course, you submit it to the President.
after it's been submitted to the President, I think it will be the office of the President most likely that will furnish Congress, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman?
Mr. Chair, can I request the Secretary that to be included in that particular listing are the notes that those projects either with FS, with master plan, or wala. Dapat sana ma-qualify natin. Sa dami ng nasa listing niyo, alam kong marami dyan ang walang mga master plan or kaya FS.
Let me qualify this, Mr. Chairman. The list that I have referred to are locally funded projects.
Yeah, that's right.
Because the department is also implementing foreign assisted projects, and these are the projects with comprehensive master plans. And this does not include actually the foreign assisted projects, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, does that mean, Mr. Secretary, that all locally funded projects walang mga master plan? Wala.
Sad to say.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair. Congressman Risa, please.
Mr. Chair, to be fair with the Department of Public Works, kasi sila yung nasisisi. Kaya gusto kong tanungin si Secretary. I don't think that the flood control projects is the main culprit in the Metro Manila floodings, as far as NCR is concerned. NCR has 14 million population, each individual producing 0.74 kilos of garbage every day. We're producing 10,000 tons of garbage every day. And due to corruption of local governments, ang estimate po na nakokolekta na basura, 30 to 40% lang. Lahat ng solid waste natin napupunta sa mga creek, saka mga kanal. Dahil nga sa pag-question doon sa mga contracted dredging projects ng DPWH, pinahinto yan. Pinahinto. Pero hindi dapat ipahinto dahil yan ang kailangan eh. Dahil punong-puno yan ng basura, burak, yung mga natural waterways natin. Alam niyo po sa Singapore, 7 million ang population nila, 2,400 compactors ang umiikot araw-araw para kumuha ng basura. Meaning, ang isang compactor, ibig sabihin yan, 2.5 dump trucks. Sa Metro Manila, kumukuha, wala pang 2,000 na 10-wheeler trucks. Kaya po, lahat ng basura. At ano ang pangunahing dahilan kung bakit nasisira yung ating mga floodgates, yung ating mga pumping station? Noong nakarang, gaano karami nakuha ang basura sa mga floodgates natin? 600 tons. 600 tons of garbage. Yan yung pangunahing. Kaya po, yung natural waterways natin, bukod sa punong-puno na ng basura, there are 646 families, informal settlers, living on top and beside of our natural waterways. Yan po yung problema, hindi yung flood control programs. Hindi ko po sinasabi na walang alokohan, hindi ko sinasabi na walang problema yung ibang mga proyekto. Ang sinasabi ko lang, we are barking on the wrong tree. Hindi yung flood control ang pangunahing problema. Ang pangunahing problema, yung solid waste management. Ang Singapore po, 4 yung kanilang disposal site. Sa atin, 2 lang, punong-puno na. Pupunta yung basura, dyan po sa Montalban, pumunta kayo dyan, lahat ng basura nandun na sa ilog. So this is the problem. At we cannot resolve Metro Manila flood control problem without acknowledging the real cause of the problem. Garbage, solid waste, informal settlers in our natural waterways. Thank you.
Sige po. Thank you, Congressman Erice. Tapusin na natin dalawa po. Si Congressman Ko muna. Then si Congressman Dimagila.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As I have mentioned by the Secretary of Public Works and Highways that we have 9,956 completed projects. Out of how many projects in total for flood control?
Your Honor, this is the total number of projects that we have completed since 2022, no? July of 2022.
So do we have a slippage out of that projects?
This will be coming out in the information that we'll be submitting to the President, Your Honor.
Oh,
We
out
will-
of,
we'll
out of
provide
that
actually all
projects,
the
Mr.
information.
Chair, is there what we call ghost projects?
I think we will reach that point.
So I would like to appeal to the chair is to submit all necessary document from the time it was bidded up to the last collection, so that this will be our basis of our investigation. That this document will be altered or rectified. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Dimagila, please. Mr. Chair, good afternoon po. I share the view of Congressman Erice dun sa problem. Kaya lang po, yung problem na yun is only for Metro Manila cities. No? Tandaan po natin, meron po tayong Laguna Lake. Yung sinabi po niyo is punong-puno ng basura, silt ang mga waterways. Yung mga waterways po ay papunta po ng Laguna Lake. Ang mga cities along the Laguna Lake ay baha po. Sinasabi po ng mga kasama natin dito yung binaha. That means past tense na po yan. Nawala na po yung baha sa inyo. Sa City of Binyan, Santa Rosa, Cabuyao, part ng Muntinlupa, Santa Cruz, as far as Santa Cruz, hindi po kami past tense. Present tense po kami. Baha po kami ngayon. Hanggang baywang po ang baha sa amin. And the sad part is, hindi lang po ito present tense. Future tense din po ito dahil babagyo pa, madadagdagan pa po ang tubig, basura sa Laguna Lake. And that is why I will be expecting the moment na mag-submit ng NEP ang DPWH, ay makikita po ng mga taga Laguna Lake, yung sa area ng Laguna Lake, ano ang plano ng DPWH sa heavily silted at punong-punong basurang Laguna Lake. So, not only that, in-expect din natin, marami na naman po kasi nag-propose dito eh. I think it's about time. Yung sinasabi nyo, ano ba ang solusyon sa pagbaha sa Metro Manila, basura. Sa Laguna po, sa Rizal, parts ng Metro Manila, basura din po. Pero, ang ultimate solution para po sa amin is pagdedredge ng Laguna Lake. Hindi naman ultimate, ito ay short term din po ito, medium term po ito. Dahil lahat po ng sinasabi niyong waterways, ang tubig pong dumaan sa inyo, ang ending po ay Laguna Lake. And that is why I think ang DPWH po should address this problem. Dahil
expectin po ninyo, hindi na po pag-uusapan po ito sa media dahil hindi naman pwedeng i-cover ng media ang mga cities along the Laguna Lake ng araw-araw, linggo-linggo, buwan-buwan. Come Christmas season, baha pa rin po kami. Come May, June, July next year, baha-baha pa rin kami. And that is why I am appealing to the DPWH. Solusyonan po natin itong problemang ito. Salamat po, Mr. Chair.
Maraming salamat po. Bago ho natin nabuksan yung hapag para sa mga tanong, basahin ko muna yung mga nandito pong mga miyembro. Kasama ko natin Senior Deputy Speaker, David J.J. Suarez, 2nd District of Quezon, Senior Deputy Majority Leader, Lawrence Defensor of the 3rd District of Iloilo, Assistant Majority Leader, Walfredo Arman Dimagila Jr., Lone District, City of Binyan, Congressman Nathaniel Oducado, Party List 1 Tahanan, Congressman Ferdinand Hernandez, 2nd District, South Cotabato, former Deputy Speaker, Congresswoman Agustina Dominique Dicetina Pancho, 2nd District, Bulacan, Congressman Ferdinand B1 Beltran, Party List, Magbubukid. Bago ihahapag siguro mag-wrap up lang ho ng mga ilang mga tanong kasi yun ho talaga ilan sa mga tinatanong Mr. Secretary, una sa lahat, well, siguro bagong lahat, someone has been asking you to take a leave of absence. What did you actually say to the person asking you to take a leave of absence? That you are open to take a leave of absence, is that correct?
In my interview, Your Honor, I said I would be open to whatever would the President tells me to do so, because flood control is just one of the one program that we are implementing in the department. We have many more big projects that we are implementing in the department. So well, I said I'm open for as long as it's a prerogative of the President.
And I'm speaking as chair. I don't think the committee is asking you to take a leave. Mr. Secretary, very important for a government to be able to work together to address the roots of the problem relating to flood control, to the problem of flooding, and unless and until there's something that would warrant to ask a person to take a leave of absence, then that is the only time that we will support it, but we have not seen it today. So I think I can speak for the committee that we are not asking you, Mr. Secretary, to take a leave of absence.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair. Yes, regarding that comments of the Secretary taking a leave of absence, I don't think that it's necessary to investigate all of these things. Maybe we can just propose for a third-party evaluation, not from the government, but from a reputable private sector or an NGO who can really make a third-party evaluation of all these projects, of all these flood control projects. Would you agree to that, Mr. Secretary? Thank you.
Absolutely, Your Honor. I think even with the list that you are going to submit to the President, I think the intention here is to make it public and publish it to the website so that everybody can have an access to it and see and then see the reaction of the general public where these projects have been located, whether they are still there. Has it provided them actually the objective of providing them protection from floods or whatever? You know, I think it was an open information that will be available to everybody.
Yes, Mr. Secretary, because in this age of disinformation, it's necessary that we commission a reputable and technically equipped third-party evaluator. What would you say to that?
Yes, I think we would agree, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, with due respect to our colleague, the gentleman from Caloocan, as what I've said earlier, as a former secretary of the Department of Public Works and Highways, and perhaps I will be the most senior member of the House as a 8th-termer congressman. This is not the time for things that would
even bother or sway the focus of our department. This is the time to be sober, time to be calm, serene, and what we are doing now is we are now in the right direction. Go into the process where we can support our government. We can hopefully provide recommendations and reforms that will ultimately give some solutions to this problem. No? So, if there are any insinuations regarding the situation of our good secretary, where there are sectors that say that secretary has to go on a leave of absence, this humble representation will oppose and ask Congress that we will defend, we will let the secretary do, and he is as what he is doing now. He is already doing something to alleviate this flood problem. So I really object and reject any insinuation at this point in time to make changes in our department. Instead, this is the time where we have to support our fellow public officials. We have to rally behind this administration, this government. This is what is needed now. Unity. This is what we want our people to also support the clean and green program of our government. It is not only the public officials, the barangay captains, or Congress, or the department. We should not leave this problem alone to them. We have to ask our people, please support us. Be disciplined enough not to throw your waste anywhere, because this has already been causing us a lot of problems, and our economy is suffering. So much damage already has already been done. So, for the sake of our country, let us rally behind and support our Secretary Manuel Bunuan and his staff to continue what you are doing now. You have been doing and continue until there will be an alleviation to this problem. So again, let us support Secretary Bunuan. Let us object, or we will have to support his continuance in office as our secretary. I can vouch for his integrity and his technical capability. He's an experienced public servant who has been there, and he is doing right for us. He is very humble and has the integrity and technical capability. So we will never regret our stand, my dear colleague. Let us support Secretary Manuel Bunuan.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Chairman Mama, please.
Mr. Chairman, I think the purpose of this meeting is for the Department of Public Works and Highways to give briefing to us. Now they have already given their briefing. I would like to suggest, Mr. Chairman, that we will require the Department of Public Works and Highways to submit to us the listing of all projects being implemented by the department in 3 years period. So all the flood control program that were implemented in 3 years period as required by the President. Now, once we receive that that listing, that will guide us on how to proceed with the investigation later on, Mr. Chairman. So that we have already that particular data, so alam na natin kung paano natin ituloy ang investigation na to. Kailangan lang silang mag-submit sa atin ng mga listing kaagad.
Just to answer, Chairman Momo, only Caraga and Barmaziat has submitted to Congress the list. So we will look forward to the other regions po to submit the list to Congress po, or to the committee po.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Can we get the commitment of the department that the lists will be submitted as soon as it is actually, in fact, available?
Yes, of course, Mr. Chair. We certainly will submit all the information. May I just even suggest actually that it's not only the listing that we are going to submit, but I think what's more important is actually we'll have to cite actually the challenges that we are facing in the implementation of this project.
Yes, we
Because
understand.
it's easy to say that we can implement the projects, but the challenges that we're facing right now, I would like to say that actually the challenge that the biggest challenge that we're facing right now is actually the riverbeds along all the rivers in this country is now very shallow. No matter how much structural interventions you do, if we do not address siltation, it will just backflow. And these are the causes of the main flooding in many areas of the country now.
Sige po, before we go to the formal... Secretary, before we go to the formal question and answer part, I think
Mr. Chair, yes.
Well, I'd like to recognize Congressman Albano, Congressman, sino ba? Congressman Hernandez and Congressman Lagbas and Congressman Kong. In that order, please.
Yes. Mr. Chair, let me remind just my colleagues that this is a briefing, and therefore any innuendos of asking any secretary or any department heads to resign or to inhibit themselves is not called for, Mr. Chair. This briefing is supposed to be in aid of our legislation because the President has called us upon to investigate this. And therefore, we would like to ask our colleagues to first give the due process to our DPWH Secretary Bonoan and all the agencies that are involved. The minute we investigate this is when the proper time later on that we will see whether the investigation merits any of the innuendos that the public or even some of our colleagues are saying. But to do it right now when it is just a briefing is very premature, Mr. Chair, and therefore you should rule that such innuendos should be stricken out of this committee hearing, Mr. Chair.
Just to be clear, I don't remember or recall anyone. I just wanted to ask Secretary Bonoan to comment on, because that's a very public call on him to take a leave. And what we had already stated is that this committee is not asking him to take a leave because we want to be able to work together to move forward on the questions relating to flood control. Point of order, Mr. Chairman. You want to? No. The preliminaries po.
Mr. Chairman,
SDS, please.
yeah, I just want to take this opportunity to clarify a few matters that's quite personal and, of course, affects the very institution of the House. I was informed that there have been posts on social media circulating identifying certain members of the House of Representatives, malicious in fact, stating that these congressmen control X amount of flood control projects, etc., which has been shared many times. Now, for the sake of transparency, truthfulness, can I ask the good secretary to comment on these malicious posts, Mr. Chair? Kasi, alam mo, sa problema na nangyayari sa ating bansa, pinupolitika to ng marami. Tuturo, gagawa ng kwento. Ang problema, hindi naman totoo at walang basehan. And other than that, it's totally unfair. Especially if you're out to destroy the good name of people who were duly elected by their districts. So, I would just like to take this opportunity, Mr. Chair, to get the comments of the good secretary. Maybe the department can help us in enlightening the public about, these malicious posts, Mr. Chair.
Yes, please. Can you read it? Would you like to read it?
Yeah, I would like to submit this to the secretariat and maybe forward it to the secretary para makita niya, para makapagbigay po siya ng komento. If I may be allowed, Mr. Chair.
Yes, please, Senior Deputy Speaker.
Mr. Chair, while the Secretary is preparing his answer,
Congressman Ko, please.
I would like to join in chorus by the manifestations of the 2nd District of Caloocan, Erese, that there must be a third party to investigate, especially that other factor says that there is a substandard. Another says that the contractor doesn't follow the construction methodology procedures. So, I would like to emphasize to this chair that there is a need of forensic review in order to determine that this structure that was finished by 9,956 completed project is within its structural integrity. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, let me just...
Congressman Mercado, please.
Mr. Chair. Yeah, I think with due respect to our colleague, Congressman Ko of Masbate, I think what we are doing this afternoon is we are in the right track for purposes of orderly proceedings. This is actually an investigation in aid of legislation. And whatever it is, the product of this, Mr. Chair, with due respect, is part of the our study or data where hopefully it can provide us some information in making some recommendations purposely for this issue or topic on flood control. So this is a sort of, if I'm correct, this is a sort of a third-party briefing which might lead to some informations that could provide us the information that our good gentleman is actually requesting. Because indeed that is a valid request. So let us continue. Congress, hopefully after the briefing we can move to continue these proceedings and hopefully arrive at a better perhaps recommendation and solution, because this is what is really urgently needed, solution to flooding. So let us give this committee a chance to proceed, and then after that we can discuss among ourselves, the members, and how we can go about this. We cannot complete this in actually one day. No, we have to evaluate everything. So thank you very much.
Mr. Chair.
Comment on our colleague. Yes, with due respect to our colleague, it's the President of the Republic of the Philippines who insinuated corruption. That is why it's very unfair if there will be no results. So I don't think that we have the absorptive capacity or the technical capability to determine whether these projects are defective or not. It's only for a technical group like a third-party evaluator. So, papabor po ito para sa Department of Public Works. Alam ko, mag-a-agree sila. Mag-a-agree sila dahil mali po yung allegation. Kung mali yung allegation, mapapatunayan nila na mali. At kung yun naman mga contractors ay gumawa ng kalokohan, malalaman nila. Hindi naman nila 9,900. Malalaman ba ng secretary yan? Malalaman ba ng regional director yan? Maaring dun lang yan sa inspector at district engineering level. At least mag-guide sila nung third-party evaluation. Yun po yung punto natin. This is to help, we are supporting Secretary Bunoan. Especially, we came from the same town, in Solsona, Ilocos Norte. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, in addition to that, this is the ultimate solution to solve the integrity of the structure through forensic review. Walang mas mabuti nga yan, Mr. Secretary, because we are both engineer by profession. Kung may mga defect man, forensic review natin yung sabi na third party. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Sige. Wala po tayo sa tanungan para lang po malinaw. Medyo inaantay naman natin. Yung po mga tanungan, ano? Clarification na. SDS po is recognized.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I think the good secretary and a few of his higher officials have gone through those malicious posts. I just wanted to get it out from the department kasi, you know, it affects the very institution that we are sworn to uphold. So, Mr. Secretary.
Well, I have gone through actually the political blogger that you've given me, Your Honor. And what I can say, we don't have this kind of information at all in the department. To me, it's a little preposterous actually to have something like this, 800 billion for 6 members of Congress.
Mr. Chair, can you restate it, Mr. Secretary? What was the allegation again? The 6 congressmen has cornered
800 billion
800 billion in projects.
pesos for flood control projects, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, can we
On
ask
that
the
note-
Secretary to make a categorical denial of the statement made by that blogger in social media in this committee? Mr. Chair.
There is actually now that it is now open for me to respond, Your Honor. What I'm saying is that we don't have any specific record of this kind of allocation for the 6 congressmen that has been put into the...
And can you mention the responsible blogger or irresponsible blogger who made that allegation, Mr. Chair?
I don't have anybody. Did not say.
I think it's a page, Mr. Secretary.
Yeah.
Being circulated today.
So, Mr. Chairman, I would just like to thank the good secretary for at least clarifying that point, no? Kasi, alam mo, unfair talaga eh. I mean, we need to get, you know, our facts, we need to get the truth, especially when we're trying to investigate issues and problems that affect the country. Now, if there are malicious people who want to take advantage of this by throwing out fake news, fake posts, meant to malign and destroy the good name, hindi po pwede yun. Walang lugar po sa atin yon, at higit sa lahat, hindi po tama yon. So, Secretary, thank you so much. Mr. Chair, maraming salamat po. So at least we can put that, use the statement that the DPWH categorically denies that, you know, and says it is impossible that X amount of congressmen can actually hold that figure mentioned in that post. So thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Sige po, last 2 na lang po before really going to the Q&A, please. Congressman Dumagila. Mr. Chair, a while ago. And Congressman Hernandez, please. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. A while ago, I raised the possible solution sa flooding, yung dredging ng Laguna Lake. The good secretary was about to answer. Kaya lang po, medyo naiba po yung question. So, I would be glad to wait for the answer of the good secretary.
Yes, please, Mr. Secretary, please proceed.
Your Honor, I think, yes, as I mentioned earlier, one of the persistent problems now that we are facing right now is actually the siltation of even Laguna Lake and many rivers all over the country. Because I think this is what we observed when we entered into this administration, that for the last many years, I think there has not been any concerted dredging and desilting efforts. And actually, when we saw the problem, we have been trying actually to address the issues. And this is what we were trying to do actually by putting up some funds actually to equip our people, our district and regional offices, to equip them with dredging equipment so that the process will be done by administration in the department. But sad to say that the budgetary allocations, as I presented, were actually did not materialize over the years. Now we are going again to raise it or to put it into the budget into 2026, and hopefully we shall then be able to get actually all the equipment that we need to start actually the desilting and dredging operations, especially in the principal rivers, Mr. Chair. So, I think for the Laguna Lake issue, Laguna Lake is under the administrative responsibility of LLDA, Laguna Lake Development Authority. But certainly, we can provide the technical assistance, Your Honor, actually into the requirements for the dredging and desilting of Laguna Lake. Because I think it's also important to say that the department shall soon be implementing major infrastructure projects along the entire circumference of Laguna Lake. The first program that we'll implement now is actually the Calamba to Bikutan expressway standard, and then it will the rest of the circumferential periphery of Laguna Lake will follow suit. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Hernandez, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Is this point of clarification, Mr. Chair? Is this purely a briefing from DP, or is DP prepared to respond to the issues raised by the President? Now, if they're here and they're prepared, they've listened to the SONA, definitely they have answers to the issues raised by the President. So let's cut to the chase, Mr. Chairman. We will have to give them the opportunity now to, for sure, they came here prepared. So we will allow them to present what they are prepared for us to be clarified. Kasi marami ng accusations, marami ng mga suggested solutions. Hindi pa tayo maabot ng chairman, hindi pa tayo na-brief what is the real situation of the flood control, not only of Metro Manila but the entire country. And you don't need a rocket science to determine the message of the President and what the President wants. So, this is the opportunity for DP. Marami kasing pangalan na may mention. Hindi pa tayo maabot doon sa the real situation of the flood control. Ilan ba yan? Sino ba nakakuha niyan? Problema ba sa implementation o may other problems? Let's give the DP the opportunity, Mr. Chairman. Kasi this is due process. Sila yung agency concerned, and by all means, we will allow them to explain and respond to the issues raised by the President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Sige, this is the last question before we actually go into the Q&A of the members. And this is the question of the nation in the last couple of weeks, no? So, relating po to flood control projects. Kasi, syempre in social media, the allegation is the flood control facilities failed. Ibig sabihin, the allegation is despite the President speaking about, I think, so many thousands of flood control projects, at a time when it was needed, it failed. So that is the first question. So the second would be, were there areas that it actually worked during the most recent floods? No? And finally, and this is the most important, does the department take accountability for the floods that had happened in particular areas? Mr. Secretary.
Well, Your Honor, as we pointed out, under this administration, we were able already to complete about 9,856 flood control projects. And as the President wants us to report to him, actually, whether these projects have been made according to what they were intended to provide, protection to low-lying to flooded areas. And this is exactly what we are going to present to the President, actually, by giving him all the information that that we have gathered under our project monitoring application, from the start of implementation of the project until the end of the project, until the completion of the project, and to become more transparent to it and see how the beneficiaries or the affected areas would have been able to see if they had been protected or what are the problems that they can see, and then to give us feedback how these projects were implemented, Mr. Chair.
I accept your answer, Mr. Secretary, but the question is very specific and it is very direct. Because I think that is the reason why we have the meeting today, the briefing today. Did the flood control facilities fail during the course of the most recent typhoons?
My answer would be, Mr. Chair, engineering intervention is just part of the flood control, flood management issue. It has to take actually a holistic and integrated manner, because flood control engineering, as I said, is just part of the solution. You have to address as well actually environmental issues. You have to address land use issues. You have to address integrated approach of flood control projects. Land use, and unfortunately, Mr. Chair, for locally funded projects, the department does not have that capability to undertake all master plans and integrated master plans for 403 principal projects and 1,281 tributary projects. And we appreciate actually that in the course of implementation of some of these projects, we would rely on the recommendations from our field offices, and of course from the recommendations of members of Congress, because they are also the ones actually seeing what would be needed in the respective localities. Now, having said that, as explained by Congressman Momo a while ago, the process of integrating them into the projects, into our programs, is a tedious program. Now, the only issue that we are concerned about are actually the projects that would come into the General Appropriations Act. The new projects that would come into the General Appropriations Act, which is actually we don't have the capability and in the first place. These are projects that would be new to us, and it would take some time actually for us actually to vet it, to prepare these projects and put it into a technically viable project. And these are the challenges that we face, Your Honor, at this point in time.
We accept the response, Mr. Secretary. Of course, thank you for discussing the particular details. Of course, the question also is, and to be fair to the department, there are also areas where the flood control projects actually work. Is that correct? Can you provide specific instances, at the very least in Metro Manila? Kasi po, as an example, in Marikina, I think people there were expecting that they were going to get flooded, but in fact, they were not flooded in the last 2 weeks. No? So, can we give examples po in which the flood control facilities actually work?
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, for Metro Manila, it's a little different scenario.